does it? Okay. Good afternoon. Hopefully you guys can see me. I just put a light on my camera. I hope everyone is doing well. Today's Monday and it is raining outside today. It is raining outside today a lot. So I guess it's okay. The garden's getting some rain. I did have a meeting today at a farm, so I was wearing open-toed shoes, so luckily I didn't get too much mud on the bottom of my pants and my shoes. So I want to say the next meeting I have is in an office, so luckily I won't be splashing around in the water or the mud for the rest of the day. So quickly, I just wanted to give an update on the Innisfree skincare products that I've been using. So I want to say I got them from Sephora, but I want to say it was a little over a month ago now. It may be almost 2 months. So I just wanted to give an update because I did say then that I would kind of update you guys on the progress of that and just let you know if I like the products or not. And I will say I love this skincare routine, these products. I love it. So I'll just quickly go over them. Something in my eye. So this is the cleanser, the green tea amino acid cleansing foam. So all of this I got in a set, like just to test it out because I didn't want to purchase all of the large versions of everything and then not like the products. I'm not in the space to just waste money on purchasing products. So from now on, and actually I've been doing this for a while, but from now on, I will be only buying the kind of tester bundle, test it out for however duration, that product lasts until, and make my decision from there. Just because we are just in a space these days in society where it's just so much waste, and I'm really trying to do my part and not contribute to that. So purchasing a tester bundle or just the small bundle seems to be the way to go for me. So anyway, this is the cleansing foam. And I love it. It's fantastic. So all of this entire kit is all made of green tea products, but I mean, this is so nice. It feels, how can I describe it? It feels like a really moisturizing hand soap that you can put on your face. I know that sounds weird, but just hear me out. It's the way, like the consistency when you put it onto your skin. And I don't know, maybe I'll overlay this with the actual product so you can see what it looks like in my hand. But it's so like luxurious. It's like I can't even describe it. I am probably gonna have to do an overlay just so you guys can see. But that's what it feels like on your skin. So you really only need, I would say maybe a dime size, but it's because it comes out kind of in a glob. It's gonna be like a globby dime. I mean, you just kind of, roll it around in your hands like this, and then just kind of, scrub it on your face, or like kind of, how you normally do a face wash, on like wet face, obviously. And it's really foamy, like it gets so foamy and it smells so nice. So I highly recommend this. Now, if I were just purchasing this, I'm not sure if it would do everything that like you would want in a skincare regimen, because usually when you buy a product from a skincare line, you want to get the rest of the products that go along with that. So in this case, because I did get the bundle, it came with the toner. So this is the next step. So after you do the face wash, you do the toner, and as you can see, it is empty. So, I've actually been using it. So you just, it's a toner. So you put a little bit of this on like a cloth or like I have like the padded kind of clothy things. I don't know how to describe it. It's not a cotton ball. It's like the flat version of a cotton ball. Anyway, so I just do like a little dab of that and then just kind of use it as a toner on my face. So this is really nice. I feel like it really gets all the rest of the residue that the cleanser may have missed. And then the next step is the serum. So this is the green tea seed hyaluronic serum. And so I had the French side on right there. Sérum acide hyaluronique au grain de thé verte. So anyway, it's the green tea seed hyaluronic serum. So this is really nice too. So once you tone your face and then you kind of want it to dry, you want your face to be a little, I prefer it to be a little bit dry. Otherwise, actually I'll explain this in a second, but for me personally, making sure that after the toner, I let it really soak into my skin. I let my skin kind of almost dry, and then I put the serum on, because otherwise it gets, it's too much product layered on and it's damp. So then anyway, after the serum just goes on like a regular serum. You just really need like 2 pumps. Put it all over your skin. And then after that, you put the green tea seed hyaluronic cream on. So again, all of these products are part of the green tea bundle. The green tea, what would you call it? The green tea set. So as you see here, it is, I don't know if you can see, but it is empty because I have used it. But I would just use like, I don't know, maybe a dime size, like that, and then put it all over my skin after the toner dries or after the toner sets in. And the reason why I say that is why I personally prefer to have everything really soak into the skin and almost dry before I put the next product on. So it does take a little bit of time, and so I'm always I'm going like that to my face. But the reason why is because otherwise it's like product on product on product on product, and then it takes a lot more time for all those products to soak into your skin. And so for me personally, I use this set at night. So I don't do it in the morning. It says to do it morning and night, but I found with my skin, I prefer to do a nighttime routine, really go heavy on the nighttime routine. And then in the morning, all I have to do is just like a quick rinse of my face and maybe like apply a little bit more moisturizer. Or I'll put on, usually I'll put on a tiny little bit of moisturizer, like a teeny little bit, just kind of dab it into my face. Then I'll put a sunscreen on. Then I'll put what do you call it? A primer, and then I put my makeup. Or I'll do a tiny little bit of moisturizer, then a primer, then my makeup, depending on if I need to put on sunscreen that day. Because on a day like this, where it's like cloudy and rainy, I don't need to waste my sunscreen. Anyway, so all of these products together are really fantastic. I was actually very surprised at how much I would like, this brand and this whole kit. And I like this because, I don't know if you can hear, but it's like kind of, I don't know what material that is. It doesn't feel like I think it's ceramic maybe. So it's like quite heavy. And I actually don't know how much serum is in there. It feels like it's still full. And then this is like, it's about to there. Like there's about that much left. So I guess like a month and a half of using it, and it only used that much. It only used about that much. So I still have enough serum and cleanser left over. And so now, because I really, really like the set, I just feel like my skin feels really clean. And I guess that's why, that's why people love Korean skincare, because it really does make your skin feel like super clean, super bright. I don't know if it's brightened, actually lightened my skin, but I feel like my skin feels brighter. It feels, I don't know, it feels better. So I really like this set. So that's sort of my overall review of the set. I probably, if I didn't have the whole set, I probably wouldn't buy them individually. So I personally don't think I would, mix the toner with like a completely different moisturizer or a completely different cleanser. I think I would keep everything in the set. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to replenish these 2 items. So the cream and the toner, because it looks like I have enough serum and cleanser. But I really like this brand. Again, it's Innisfree. I will make sure to link it below. But that's my overall review. I think it's great. I think it's a great set, and I can see why it has like a gajillion 5 stars on Sephora and all these other places where you can purchase it. So I will now be incorporating this set like consistently. And of course I have the other brands that I use on a regular basis as well. But I really just wanted to take the time to give you guys a full-blown review of this, just because I did say that I was going to. And I think that's important. I think it's important to have an honest review of products. And I feel like these days there is there's so many products, and I feel like every other video these days, whether you're on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, no matter where you are, I just feel like there's just so much stuff. Like, we're just in this phase of just obsessive, compulsive consumerism, and it's kind of gross. Like, it really, really is. And it's so difficult to find a brand that, has honest reviews and is not, being, some influencer isn't being paid to, market that. And that's why I'm like super particular about the companies and the brands that I work with, because like, I'm not just going to, say that this product, this X, Y, and Z product is good and it's not. Like, I would not do that. If I'm going to recommend a product, it's because I'm actually using that product. And I am not working with Innisfree, so this is not sponsored or anything. This is just my my observation of the brand, and me testing it out for a month and a half. And I like the brand, so I'm going to stick with it. And I'm also going to stick with the brands that I've previously mentioned to you guys. So you'll notice that I'll bring up the same brands again and again and again, because I am pretty loyal to my brands. I find a good one and then I stick with them. So like, I'm like that with perfumes. Like, I've been wearing Chanel Mademoiselle like literally since like early high school, and I cannot seem to let it go, no matter how many other like amazing perfumes come out. So I'm pretty loyal when it comes to brands. So let's see, today I have on my linen. I'm all linen actually. So I've got linen top, and then my linen oversized kind of pants. I decided to go with like tucking the shirt out today. I don't know why. For some reason, I feel more confident with my shirt not tucked in. I don't know, it's really weird. Because sometimes I'm like, no, I have to look polished. My shirt has to be tucked in. My trousers have to be blah, blah, blah. But like today, I'm like, no, I want it to be tucked. I want to look untucked today. So that's the look I'm going for. And I'm wearing my chunky kind of slides today, as I mentioned earlier. And let's see, anything else? I don't think there's anything else. Well, if there's something else, I'll let you know, but otherwise I'll see you later. Afternoon. Today is Tuesday, I think. I think it's Tuesday. And let me come up just a little bit. It's so dark. Let's see if that looks good. Okay. I think that looks good. And I'm recording, so Good afternoon. Today is Tuesday, and I just got off of a conference call. I made myself a burned bagel. I didn't mean to leave it in the toaster that long. Got myself some kefir. I already had my coffee. I'm probably not going to eat the entire bagel. I don't know why I made the whole thing, because I usually only eat half of the bagel, but it's okay. So it's still raining today. Today is very rainy yet again. I have a semi-busy day. I'm just more so just kind of working on internet things. So making sure, things are, emails are sent out and things are reflecting accurately. I'm supposed to be receiving a package today, and I'm not sure if it's come yet. I got a weird email saying that one of my packages was held up somewhere, and then it was like, click this thing here. So I don't know, made me a little nervous just because, there's so much fraud these days online that, like, if you click on something, you think it's innocent, you click on it, and then some person on the other side of the world has access to your whole life. So I didn't click it. I am a little weary about doing stuff like that. So I always will make sure to only click on the things that came directly from either the vendor or, UPS or something like that. So I think it was like a fake UPS email. So gosh, it's like so wild that you have to worry about fraud everywhere. It's like, oh my gosh, can't we just like be normal? Can things just be normal? Can't people just be honest? But I guess not. I guess that's the world, right? That's the unfortunate part of life. But anyway, I didn't want to, come on here for very long. I just wanted to quickly show you my outfit today. I've got on this really nice turtleneck. It's cashmere kind of turtleneck, short sleeve kind of knit top. I want to say it's from Theory, but I will double check and make sure to link it. And then just my everyday jeans. I think these are Michael Kors. And I'm wearing my own jewelry. I didn't make this, but it's like heirloom jewelry from my family. And that's about it. Oh my gosh, I forgot to say. So one of my very favorite composers is Hans Zimmer. I love all of his work. I tend to love all the movies that he does the score for, but Hans Zimmer is hands down my favorite composer of this age, of course. And he was just in the area. He was just in the Raleigh area like last week, and I'm so upset that I missed it just because I really do love Hans Zimmer. So I don't know, he's not supposed to be on this side of the world for very much longer. I want to say his North American tour is ending in October, and I think it's like Chicago and LA and a couple places far away from here. So unfortunately, I'm probably going to miss his North American tour, which is kind of a bummer because I'm like, oh my gosh, it was literally 1 week ago. And I was like, what? But granted, I guess, would I have been able to go? Because I left for Nashville literally like the day after that. So I would have been able to go. So I don't know, I'm kind of bummed. I always, it's so interesting. Like, I used to pay attention to stuff like that. And because I've just been so busy with so much, I haven't had a chance to like really keep up with, concerts and, all types of events that tend to come to this area and just, in general. And I'm so upset. And so now I'm going to have to just really keep an eye on stuff like that just because I don't want to miss it. These are kind of like once in a lifetime opportunities to be able to see these fantastic creators, these fantastic performers and musicians and artists and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to have to start paying a little bit more attention to who's coming into town and hope to catch them. So anyway, that was that little bit there. But I am going to finish doing what I'm doing, and I'll see you guys later. I am back. I am headed home. and I have my rain jacket on, as you can see, because it was pouring when I left my house. I mentioned this earlier. I mentioned that it was just raining today. I guess there's a tropical storm somewhere in the Carolinas, because I keep hearing about it. So it's so funny too, because like anyone that lives in the United States and watches TV or is on Hulu or whatever, and they see commercials, and they'll know this commercial of like the guy who's like helping people to not become their parents. I can't remember what company it's for, but it's like, you guys all know it. It's like it has the same music. It comes on, like the same piano music that comes on in the beginning, and it's this guy, and he's like a coach, and he helps people to not become their parents. And it's so hilarious because the most recent one is on the weather, and like the title of the commercial is Weather, oh boy. And it's just so hilarious because like I feel like I might need to hire that guy, because I feel like I'm always talking about the weather when I go on and talk to you guys, or even when I'm at home. I'm always like, oh, looks I'm like that guy in the commercial that's like looking out the window But it's true. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about like getting older. You start caring about the weather. Gosh, I'm like almost crying over here because I'm laughing so hard. You start caring about the weather, and I don't know like why I care about the weather all of a sudden. I think me personally, the reason why I check and I'm observant of the weather is because, I have to coordinate my outfits, I have to make sure that, my pants, if it's going to be raining, I don't want to wear pants that are going to get wet, I don't want to wear like loose baggy pants that maybe slightly drag on the ground, because if I step in a puddle, then my pants are wet for the rest of the day. And if I'm wearing my hair out like I am today, I don't want my hair to get frizzy or wet. So today I had to like coordinate what I was wearing. I wasn't actually like expecting it to rain. I wasn't actually expecting it to rain. But when I saw that it was raining, I was like, okay, I need to find a jacket. I need a jacket with a hood, and I only have one jacket with a hood that's like lightweight, that's not too heavy, and it's this jacket. So it's this rain jacket. So you have to like pay attention to the weather so that you can coordinate properly. And I guess like when you're a kid, your parents did that for you. So it's only natural that as you get older, you start paying more and more attention to the weather, because like, during your college days or like your younger days, high school, college, like, and even after, you're just kind of like, oh, everything's great. You're just running around, at least maybe my generation. So like millennials, before social media was a thing, when we actually like were out and about in the world and had a lot of fun and didn't really care about putting on airs for people online or making sure to have everything so aesthetically perfect in our images. We just took pictures with, our crappy camera phones, or we took them with those disposable cameras, and then, got our pictures developed, the next day at Walgreens or whatever. So, or I guess if you're in New York, it'd be what, Dwayne Reed. But anyway, so yeah, like during that era, you just didn't really think about the weather, because it was just like, you're carefree, you're having fun, you're wild and crazy, like those are those days, where you're just like, you don't care if it's pouring rain, because you're gonna go to the club, you're gonna get dressed up, and you're gonna go out with your friends, whether it's raining or not. You just didn't care. But then now, like, I care because I don't want to get my hair messed up. I did it nicely that day. I don't want to get it all frizzy and wet. I don't want to mess up any of my nice shoes or anything like that. It's like, you just like, I don't know, you're, at least for me personally, I don't know about anyone else. Maybe other people are just super carefree about the weather, but apparently not. If they made those commercials, if they have that guy that's a coach to teach people to not become their parents, then that means it must be a thing. I'm convinced it's a thing. So anyway, I might have to hire that guy if he exists somewhere in the world. Maybe there is. Is there? Is there a person or a service that helps people to not become their parents? I'm curious. If you know the answer, please leave it in the comments, because I find that to be maybe a necessary service. Maybe people really need that. You know, they need to make sure that they're not picking out those pillows, you know? Because those are the pillows your parents would pick out. It's just so hilarious. Whoever conceptualized that, whatever team came up with that was brilliant. Like that to me is like the best commercial that's on TV. So kudos to you if that was you and your team that came up with that storyline, because it's great. It's really great. I do look forward to each of the different scenarios. It's so fantastic. I love it. And then the actors are great. They are committed. It's so fun to watch. So anyway, the weather again, it's like raining again. So I kind of need to focus, because like it's that spritzy spray kind of rain. So it's a lot. So I'm going to pay attention, but I'll see you guys later. Good afternoon. Today is Thursday, and I had the longest day. I just got home. I have not been in my house since like late 8 something this morning, maybe 9 o'clock this morning. And I literally just got home, and it is after 5 o'clock. So that's rare for me, like in my kind of field of work. I normally, I have like a home office, as you can kind of see. So I'm in and out of the house usually. So this was like the first time in a long time that I've been out of the house, literally from 8:45, 9 o'clock in the morning until after 5 o'clock. So I have just been go, meeting with tons of people. I love what I do. It's so fun. I get to just really be out in the community and be involved. So that's really cool. But I didn't do any recording yesterday because you may not really know, because I never really showed this side of my office, but I did rearrange my office. So I moved my desk, which was kind of in the corner this way, facing towards my garden area, and I moved it to the center. And I just kind of added some things. I added a little clock, so you might hear ticking in the background. So now this is probably gonna have to be my layout as far as like where I'm positioned in my office to do my little daily talks with you guys. But I wasn't gonna come on for very long. I just did want to let you know that I did an order, and from a brand that I found this particular item on Pinterest. It popped up on my Pinterest. However, I have heard of the brand before. It's, I want to say, like an influencer brand. So I'm not sure. I'm not really sure about the founder. I know it's a female-based brand. And I don't really know the credentials of the founder. I'm not sure if she was just like a influencer that got invited to a lot of, fashion shows and stuff like that, and then decided from there to start her own fashion line, or if she's someone who actually went to school for fashion design and, decided to take her influencer career and kind of back her schooling in order to create her brand. I'm willing to bet it's actually the former. I'm willing to bet it's the first thing that I said. The former. Oh, there's a grasshopper, a grasshopper just kind of hopped on the wall back there, or on the window. Anyway, so I think it's the former. I think she's just an influencer that maybe was like, I know enough about fashion, I can start myself a fashion line. And the reason why I'm kind of prefacing this is because I think from now, and okay, just following fashion, being interested in fashion. I personally I originally went to college for fashion design. That was my original intention, to go into, a fashion design program. And I did, at the college that I went to, but I just didn't really like the curriculum. There was a lot of focus on the textile aspect of it. So a lot of classes on, chemistry and biology and all this type of stuff, which is 100% necessary for really understanding the fabrics and knowing the different polymers and just really knowing the materials that you're making clothing with. And you'll find that, like, in my vlogs, obviously I do talk a lot about fashion. And that is because I do have a big interest in it, because that is really what I went to school for in the beginning when I originally, went to college. But I ultimately left that degree at the school that I was at, just because I'm more creative minded, and so I really wanted to focus on the design aspect of it. And also because prior to going into college, I was in a design program at that same college over the summer. So I really thought that the majority of, the degree and the majority of the classes were going to be art focused, and they ended up being more science focused for the first 2 years of the program. So that kind of really turned me off. I understand that it is necessary now in hindsight. Just really knowing about the fabrics is necessary if you're going to be a designer. You just have to know the ins and outs of the materials that you're working with. So I recognize the value and the importance of learning that, especially in the beginning. However, when you're 18 and you go to college, and you're going to college for art, essentially, is what I, in my mind, was going to college for, and it ended up being science. I was not that happy with it. So I ended up, going to a different school, transferring, and I graduated with a different degree. However, my love and passion for fashion has always stayed. It's always stayed the same. So anyone that's known me, literally since I was 3 years old, I've been designing and styling my outfits. So it's a big part of my life, which is why I kind of focus a lot of what I'm wearing on this channel. But so anyway, so someone like myself who actually went to school for this, I know enough about fashion where I can kind of weigh in on certain things. And then I find that, with the, explosion, I should say, of social media, and just how people have been able to use their interest in fashion to really garner a big following, and then from there be able to create, like, let's say, a brand. It changes the landscape a little. Meaning, if people didn't go to school for it, but they're just interested in the style, and then they ended up becoming a little bit, they ended up becoming a fashion influencer. So getting invited to fashion shows and getting to sit, front row at these fashion shows because they've been able to garner a big following around style. What I'm learning is that, a lot of those influencers ended up starting brands. I guess that's really what I'm trying to say. So a lot of these influencers through social media have been able to really grow their following and ultimately create a brand themselves. So I have purchased from a few different influencers, like people who initially were just influencers and then now have fashion brands. And I have purchased for them. So Revolve is a clothing store, like fashion, people who are interested in, like, I don't know, a variety of different brands will know what Revolve is. But Revolve will feature a lot of these influencers turned fashion designers. And I think I got sort of sucked into that, the sort of like fad of it. And I say that because it's very clear to me that these influencers did not go to school for fashion. Like, they didn't go to school for it. They just have an eye for it. Maybe they have an eye for it. Maybe they're like kind of fashion savvy. They know how to put an outfit together. But they don't really have the eye for it. So a lot of the materials that they make are the polyesters, like just cheap materials. They're not well sewn or well stitched. And then they kind of capitalize on like the trend at that moment, and so they tend to be more trendy. And I have a more, I feel like I personally have a more classic sense of style, hence cardigans, you know. But so anyway, why am I saying all this? So I fell into the trap again and purchased an item from one of these influencer brands. And to say disappointed is not an accurate word. I'm kind of appalled at the fit, first of all, the weight of the material for the price. I'm just like, I'm not happy with it. And it just was just super hyper obvious to me that, you know, a lot of these influencers, they don't know really much about how to make clothing. They just, you know, have an idea. They maybe sketch a design based off of something that a trend or something that they maybe saw on the runway that they want to like kind of, you know, stick to that trend. And then they have another team, you know, kind of maybe, you know, put the outfit together and then distribute it. And then it goes to these stores like Revolve and these other, you know, kind of places, these online shopping places that have a huge influx of influencer brands. And I don't know, I really shouldn't be that disappointed, because I mean, why, if I really think logically, why would I purchase something? Why would I purchase clothing from someone that didn't go to school for it? You know, like it just doesn't make sense, right? That's like, I wouldn't go to someone that claims to be a doctor if they don't have the credentials, if they didn't go to school for whatever type of doctorate that they have. You know, it could be naturopath you know, being a naturopath doctor or an allopathic doctor or a Chinese medicine doctor. They went to school for that. You know, they learned what they needed to learn for their particular field. And so me purchasing an item from an influencer brand from someone who didn't go to school for it is like, I don't know why I fell into the trap. You know, I don't know why I did that. Especially me, I went to school for fashion, you know. So I'm very particular when it comes to clothing for that exact reason. So anyway, so I'm really not trying to like put this brand on blast, because I really did like this, like what the image looked like on the model. But I will tell you what it is, because, you know, on this channel, we're all about honesty and leaving, you know, honest reviews about things. But the brand is called We Wore What. And, you know, again, the outfit was super cute. You know, the concept is really cute. But it's this little vest that I ordered. This little vest right here. And I personally am normally a size small. Okay? So I'm normally a size small in clothing. So I ordered a size small. And I will show you what it looks like, actually, so you can understand why I was so disappointed. And I even, like, when I did my return, you have to fill out the thing for the return. I was like very disappointed. That's what I wrote. So anyway, look at that. You might not be able to see because of the black, but let me see. Look. This is buttons. Like, I'm supposed to be able to button it. Size small. Who, like, what? This is not a size small. This is a size like extra, extra, extra small. So I'm kind of pissed off about that. So, and then not to mention, it's nicely stitched. I will say that. It's nicely stitched. And I do like the design. However, the weight, this was like $98 US dollars. And it's like this, it's light. It's super lightweight. So I'm just like, as you can tell, I'm kind of pissed off, because now I have to go through the return process. And I think it's like, they're going to charge me $10 to return it. And I'm like, you should have sent me the size, the accurate size. Like, now, granted, in their defense, they did have the measurement chart on there. And so, but then it said true to size, take your normal size. So I was like, okay, well, the measurements are little, these are not my exact measurements. These are smaller than my measurements, but why is it saying true to size? Because I'm a true small. And so, yeah, anyway. Yes, I am a little top heavy, but like every single one of my tops is a small. I tend to get my sweaters in a medium, well, except for my cardigans. So my cardigans are small. Anything tight fitting, like fitted to my body, is going to be a size small. But like I'll get like a medium for like a sweater if I want it to have that sort of like oversized look. But my jackets are usually size small. Like I'm a size small up top. This ain't no size small, honey bunny. This is not a size small. So that's the one thing that pissed me off. And the second thing is the material. It's not, the weight don't match. You know what I'm trying to say? The weight does not translate. So there's that. And so anyway, so I'm just kind of kicking myself for falling into the trap of buying from influencer brands. Like I should not be doing that anymore. I need to be buying from legacy brands, heritage brands. I guess I'm sort of coining that from now on. Like only heritage and legacy brands, meaning the people who started those, you know, labels know about fashion. Like they went to school for it, whether that was they went to Parsons or they went to you know, what's the school in London that everybody goes to? Anyway, they went to school for it, or they had a regular design program in a regular school. You know, like at least they understand materials and they understand how to put clothing together. Because this is not a size small. Sorry, it's not. So yeah. So anyway. Ooh, Nicole. Yeah, so I'm realizing that this vlog episode is all about truth. I'm being very honest about things. So I'm being honest about brands. So if you are a brand, if you are an influencer and you have a brand, you need to take some classes on how to make clothing, okay? Anyway, I'm gonna stop harping on and on about it. I'm just mad, like I'm kind of annoyed. Like how annoying, you know, that I have to take time out of my day to do this return and I'm not even gonna get my full money back, and it's just a waste of time, you know, to have to deal with this. So anyway, I am in the market for a little vest like this, so I will be looking again. I could get the medium, but I'm nervous to even go up a size, because if the small didn't even get to there, the medium's gonna go to like there. So no, I'm not wasting my time doing that. My sweater that I got from Mango, I tend to wear it often, and it's getting cooler out. Although it was like, I don't know, like 78 degrees, so I was a little warm running around in this, but it's all right. So anyway, I am going to go do this return, and I'll catch you guys later.
Coffee cake, yummy.
Good afternoon. Today is Friday and I just got home. I have had a very long day out, just kind of running errands. You will have noticed that I have been to the Ronald McDonald house this week, and that is because I am doing some work with that organization. So I just wanted to show you the outside. Those were the first times I'd been to both of those locations in this area. So I just thought it was really interesting and unique, and I just wanted to show you the outside, and I think I went inside. I showed you the inside for the Durham location for Ronald McDonald House. So they do, it's a really great organization, and they just do fantastic work for children and for children's health. So, so anyone who does or is interested in working with Ronald McDonald House in your particular area, then I definitely highly encourage it. But anyway, that was sort of the last stop of the day for me because I, as I mentioned, did a lot of errand running around. I'm kind of out of breath right now, actually, because I just got home. But I did stop by Sephora and I picked up a few things. So I had mentioned also earlier this week that I was needing to get the products for Innisfree that I had run out of because I am now going to be using the brand. So I went ahead and picked up the face cream. So I'll just kind of open that up with you guys because I was using the small travel size, or the size that was in the little packet. So this is a lot bigger, as you see. And I'm so excited to use this. So this will be part of my routine from now on. It's closed up, so I'll open that later, but this will be part of my routine. And then I also picked up the toner. I was reading the French side. The toner. So these are all part of the green tea collection for Innisfree. And I really, really like these products. So wow, this is a nice big bottle. So I'll have this for a while. Let me see how it looks actually. Let me open it. Okay, so it looks like they have a little hole. That's good. Oops. That's good. So I'll be able to use that with like a cotton swab or a cotton pad, like I mentioned that I use. So excellent. I'm so excited about that. And I did pick up one more thing, which I will open in just a second. Let me get this out of the way. So let me preface this. So I had mentioned a few vlogs ago, actually I want to say this was like maybe my second or third vlog. I was talking about, I'm not sure if I actually elaborated on this, but I like to use natural deodorants, and I have been for years, and it's kind of becoming a thing now. A lot of people are starting to use natural deodorants, and so there's a ton of brands. So one of the first brands that I ever used for natural deodorant was a Canadian brand, and there were so few on the market. I want to say they were one of like maybe 3 brands for natural deodorants that were on the market. And I think this is like, Tom's was around, because Tom's I think has been around for a while. So Tom's was around when I started using this Canadian brand. And I honestly cannot remember the name of the Canadian brand. If I do remember, I will pop it on the screen. But I was using that brand, and it was great. I really did like, I really liked the products. But the problem is that this particular brand, so the product came in a like a container, and you had to use your finger to like put it on. So it worked. It definitely worked. And my favorite was the charcoal for that brand. And I wish for the life of me I could remember it, but I can't remember the name of the brand. But so I loved the way the product worked. I loved it. It really lasted. There was like no smell. It was great to transition, because often when you transition from like aluminum type deodorant, so like your regular Secret, Dove, like those type of deodorants, and then you transition to a natural deodorant, you'll have that sort of like your body goes through a detox, and it's awful. So you think the natural deodorant isn't working, but really it's just your body purging all those toxins. So, I was using this Canadian brand and I loved it, but I just didn't like the fact that every time I had to put deodorant on, I had to use my fingers, especially because my nails naturally are quite long. And especially if I'm wearing, get my nails done, I like to keep my nails when I get them done. I like to have like the long kind of nails. I haven't really got my nails painted this summer. I've been really natural on my nails this summer, but the problem is that when you have long nails and you try to use a cream deodorant that you have to put on with your fingers, it like gets all up under your nails, and it's kind of gross. So I stopped using that brand only really for that reason. And I haven't checked back. It's possible that they actually have added a stick deodorant as an option for people to purchase instead of the cream deodorant. But anyway, so that was a long time ago that I was using this brand. It was, I don't know, it had to have been like at least 8 or 9 years ago. But as I mentioned, there were very few natural deodorant brands on the market. Now, since then, there have been a ton. And now there are so many. So I recently started using this brand called Native, and everyone I'm sure has seen the commercials for Native, like Native full body deodorant, and it's with the it's with the centaur girl. I don't know why they use that to sell the products. It's kind of odd, but so Native is kind of known for their full body deodorant, and now I'm noticing that like Dove is starting to do that, like the full body deodorant. But anyway, so I tried Native, and I don't like it. I really don't. I've been using it just because it's the only deodorant that I have in my house right now, but I don't love it. Sorry, Native, I really don't. It's sticky, and then the next day, like it doesn't last 24 hours like you would expect, and then when you take a shower, it doesn't feel like you wash it all the way off. So it's I don't love it. So that's my review on Native. Is I don't prefer it. That's what I'm trying to say. So anyway, I have been kind of exploring the different natural deodorant brands. And like I said, there are a lot on the market these days. So many more than when I originally was like making that transition into just natural everything. And there were literally like I said, like maybe 3 or 4 natural deodorants on the market, and you only could find them in Whole Foods in that one section, But anyway, so there are a lot more on the market now. So the brand that I have recently come across is called Salt and Stone. So I've read all the reviews, because you kind of have to do that with natural deodorants, because it's a sticky process making natural deodorants, because you have to be able to, if you want it to be natural, it has to be aluminum free, and it can't have any of the other toxic ingredients, but it has to work. It has to work, because if it doesn't work, then it's not really a deodorant. It's a odorant. It's an odorant that's natural. So anyway, I'm gonna try this. I saw a ton of really excellent reviews on this, so I'm excited. There were 4 different scents that I could, or actually maybe there were more, but I saw 4 scents that really stood out. So I decided to go with the Santal and Vetiver. So I'm gonna open it up real quick and smell it. But I'm hoping this works, just because like I'm really looking for a brand that I can stick with long term. So I'll already, first off, I really do like the packaging. I love this kind of, I guess taupe kind of color. Oh, and so the top twists off, and it smells nice. So that's what it looks like. It smells really nice. It smells like a candle. It smells like a candle. Oh, I'm so excited to use that. Excellent. So this is, I will be testing this out, and just like I did with the Innisfree products, I will do a review. That way you guys can have an honest review from me on this product. And if I like it enough, I might try the other scents as well, because there were a few other scents that really kind of popped out to me. So I really like the scent. So I like the scent so much that I might actually get I think there was a body wash that went with it. I know that there's a body wash that works well with it, that they pair with it. So maybe I'll try that out and test out the whole kind of thing. But I love this packaging. It's nice, and it's like, yeah, it's really nice. And then as a gift, Sephora gives you gifts when you're a member. So I got this Olaplex. It's bonding oil for the hair. So anyway, I may or may not try that. I usually just kind of have throw my gifts, my Sephora gifts, in like a container in my pantry, my bathroom pantry. So I have tons of those little Sephora gifts. So anyway, so I also wanted to just quickly touch on what my rant from yesterday. I didn't mean to come off as aggressive as I did. I feel like I was kind of angry, and in my defense, I'm a very busy person. I'm very busy. I don't even know how I make time to do this vlog, but I'm very busy. I have a lot going on. And so if there's a situation like I have to do a return on a product that I really wanted to like and I didn't like it, and the only reason, the main reason why I didn't like it was because the fit was really bad, that's just a waste of my time. I don't have time to deal with that. So that's why I was kind of upset yesterday. But is what it is. That happens sometimes. And I hope the brand sees this vlog and is able to make those corrections, or at least make it a little bit more obvious, a little bit more known on their website that the sizing does run small, just because other people who are busy and have busy days and don't have time to deal with stuff like this, don't have to run into that issue. So anyway, that's it. I don't think I have anything else to say. It's just been a lot this week. I'm racking my brain. I'm like, okay, I rearranged my office. I had a gajillion meetings. Doing reviews on products and returning products that I wanted to like and didn't like. It's just been a week. So anyway, I am going to chill for the rest of the day. I do have to do a little bit in my office here. And then, so I will catch you guys next time.